Hello, everyone. This is Isaac,
This is Taryn.
and we
And we
are
are
True
True
Masters and
Masters and
Morons.
Morons.
So this is where we got the not there. This is where we got the thing,
The
the thing
last
for the
quest we did.
vampire later
The last we
lady.
did. The last. Yeah. The quest to be like, oh, someone thinks I'm a vampire, and that whole deal.
Yeah, and we're headed over here because we figured we'll continue the blackmail in Whitechapel thing, because we don't have anything left in this area anyway. And I didn't fight these guys last time because there's a named dude here.
And by last time he means on camera, because last time he just would have straight up gotten mobbed. But
That is true.
it's closed.
Well, I mean, you already assumed I was a leech. It's fine.
Bomb. Oh,
But yeah.
Roger the Wall has quite the amount of life, doesn't he?
Well, and he has a name.
Yeah. Roger.
Whoa, there's
the
another-
Woo!
Where'd this other dude come from? He
Who
has
cares?
a
He's killing.
shield. He doesn't. It doesn't look like he has a stake. He has just a shield on him.
You sure about that?
Well, I'm not. If he does the charge up, I'm obviously still gonna, avoid that. But I'm just saying.
Remember, the mini dude has fire.
Yeah, I noticed. So we had a day a couple weeks back with D&D that I have deemed the Screw Isaac Day.
All right.
Because
Rocked.
at every turn that day just frickin' screwed me and my character over
Quick side note.
and over and over again.
I love that these guys are having this conversation down there while they're hearing this shotgun go off above them and going like, yeah, that's normal.
Right? Bye-bye.
But yes, screw Isaac Day.
So it started with so our party's going. This is the game Taryn's running, the big group that Taryn's running.
The one we talked about
And
before.
yeah, we've talked about it a lot before. And so we're going to fight some vampires. My character is a necromancer, so he has undead people and he has an undead familiar. Official health warning to citizens of London. Curfew. Official health warning. Curfew will be around 9 p.m. by the church bells. All citizens must keep off the streets from that time until 5 a.m. Until further notice, a citywide curfew has been implemented. It is imperative that you wear your mask to prevent the spread of infection. If any member of your household becomes ill, inform the authorities immediately. Due to curfew not opened after 9 p.m. Oh, okay. So this is locked because 9 p.m. curfew.
So
That's okay
always
though,
for you.
because we need to go that way. But so we get in there, we talk to some of these like enslaved vampires, and then we get in a fight with them. And our druid casts this.
You can reverse that, but that's not important.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
No, I talked
was
to
that
the
a
enslaved vampires.
No, you did that. Did you do that first?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Well, you had to dominate it, so I thought it was part of. Anyway, vampire fight starts.
So vampire fight starts. We do a bit of combat, and then our druid walks in and casts this giant sun spell.
Keep in mind these guys are approaching maximum normal levels, so this is a next to the highest level spell you can cast level spell.
Yeah. And it like instantly destroys vampires who don't make the save. Oh.
Vampire vision. Oh.
I can't. Whoa!
Really?
I can't move any faster or go into vampire vision, dude.
No, it was your woe that got me. That the kid?
I'm sorry, one of you two just shot something.
Someday you'll understand. You've wasted your life away.
Alright, we're gonna talk to the dude who just shot at Albert.
Shooting a boy in the middle of a street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What?
Eh,
You saw what happened. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
You're obviously very drunk.
or something.
Your life in London? Tell me about this
What
place.
can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
Wow. Have you no
You
family?
don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name.
You have a name?
Ben the Trap.
Ah, I see.
Last name, I would guess.
Can you tell me your troubles?
You could focus for a moment and
Focus.
Like the slap his cheek. Come on, man.
Son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Cool. Personal question. Why did you
Whatever
shoot
the
this boy?
did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just failed me last nerve.
Maybe you shouldn't have a gun. I'm looking for
Do you know
Nurse Dorothy Crane.
from the Pembroke Hospital. Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Interesting. And there's
What?
nothing else there. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, what
What?
letter? I don't know that we want to give him the letter.
We don't want to give him the letter. It's
And a bad
it's
temper make a
it's
terrible
what's his name?
contrast
The son's letter.
to life and now.
He's just the other guy we could give the letter to.
Another drunk arsehole littering the...
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
You know, you just survived a shooting. You don't want my boot to smash your face into this wall. Just saying.
Wow.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane?
I'm so done with these people
If you know
just immediately going, yeah, screw you, doctor.
She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Wow.
That is the most 14-year-old kid thing. Oh, that's great.
Your life in London. Did you steal that man's medication?
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Maybe he confused you with someone else. What you did was inexcusable. You picked an easy target, didn't you? We'll do the confused you with someone else.
Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Shut off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town.
Aha!
Perhaps you could help me.
Successful. Oh, he's fatigued. Of course he is.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Ay, ay, ay. Alright, and yeah, I don't know who I want to give it to him, so we're gonna go ahead and
Well,
wait.
the other one is the man you're looking for is dead.
What?
That's what the green one was.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
I would assume that's still the same letter, though, because that's the kid we could give the letter to. That's what
I understand, but that doesn't sound right.
is,
What that is.
choose what to do with the recruiter's note. Give it to Albert or give it to Benjamin.
Okay. Well,
So I
talk to Ben because you unlocked a thing.
But yeah, I don't want it.
Where did he go? Okay. Dang, that dude moved.
Well, I mean, we did talk for a while.
What's the guy behind you? Tell me he's not
Good
violent.
evening, Benjamin.
He's not.
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
I'm impressed you remember my name, if I'm being completely honest.
Tell me about
Tell me
the
about the
war.
war.
Benjamin. It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up.
Oh.
Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Oh.
Okay.
You should not feel ashamed.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of.
Now known as PTSD.
And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
I'm not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
All right, back, and that was it. Okay.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a
Yes,
terrible
we
cocktail,
know,
sir.
Jonathan.
Bye for now.
You said it already. So who's the guy behind you if he's not going to jump you? Oh, it's a lady.
It's a lady, yeah.
This elixir will give
Oh, you
Sure.
snake oil wench.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
It's
Actually,
not
I
unknown.
am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh,
I'd be fascinated to know what this
really?
actually is.
Right?
Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
Dr. Jonathan.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always
I love
a
that she doesn't
pleasure
back
to
down from it at always.
Right? Your life in London. Any intriguing local figures?
Who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the
All right.
What do you
locals?
think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I
Is
should
there anyone I
avoid?
should avoid?
Other than you?
Without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
I think that's the landlord guy.
I think so, yeah. I'm looking for
Do you know
Nurse Dorothy
Crane
Crane.
from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Says the con artist.
All right, let's trade.
Says
What
the
you got?
con
See
artist.
what kind of medicine you're selling.
Tell me it's just straight up snake oil.
No,
Just
she
says
has
snake
actual-
oil on it.
Let's see.
Wait, Swanborough cordial, with a list of ingredients printed in Latin,
Oh,
which you should know.
it's literally
Dang it.
can be recycled into components. So yeah, it's nothing.
All right.
Sodium, codeine, potassium. So she does
Opium.
have a lot of stuff that's
right.
actually useful. So that is impressive.
Yeah, so she has legitimate stuff.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
anyway, so he casts this spell, and the whole point of this spell is, I am an awesome high-level spell that destroys undead, especially
specifically,
vampires.
yeah, specifically those who have issues with daylight, like vampires.
With daylight, like vampires. And the thing is that it, one, still does like double damage against all undead, whether they're sensitive to the sun or not. Ooh, that's a lot of blood. And two, if you fail your con save or whatever it is, you...
Hello.
How do I not know you? I was just talking to you. But if you fail your save, you become blinded.
Permanently.
Permanently. It's not like you're blinded for however many rounds. You're just blind.
It's like you're just blind now. That's the
So,
You're not gonna.
my
talk to those
character-
two?
two. Oh, there are two.
Actually,
didn't
no.
notice there were two of them.
Finish your story. You finish your story.
That's why I was avoiding that. I'm gonna go find something to kill, is what I'm gonna do, so I can keep talking. But so my character becomes blinded, and then my undead cohort. Oh yeah, that's totally an enemy. Sweet. Okay. Oh, and so is that. So my not my cohort, my familiar is an undead crow. And oh, you gas spraying putz. Oh,
You're gonna
that
die.
hurt. That hurt a
my
lot.
gosh.
Holy crap.
Yeah, what was that white phosphorus gas, I think it was? Dude, screw that guy. Kill the other one.
Busy.
Like, ow, ow, ow.
Right.
That is
Oh, that's
brutal, man.
gross. But so not only do I get that, but my familiar almost dies, is literally 3 points away from dying.
Real quick. Oh, no, he did fail his save. That's right. Okay.
No, he did fail his save. So he took 2 times the maximum damage from this freaking spell. And so he was like literally 3 points away from death and blind.
Yeah, and that was the best part because that came up when we were like, Isaac's like, I'm blind, I'm stuck, I can't see. And they're like, wait, don't you have a familiar? You can see through its eyes. We're like, yeah. And then we're like, oh. And then we're like, I got this look on my face. Isaac couldn't see it, but Dad told me later. I had this look of like the blood drain from my face. I'm like, oh, his familiar's undead. And the whole table was just like, oh. So then he had to roll, and he got blinded anyway. So
Yep.
he still couldn't see.
So I still couldn't see because my freaking familiar was blind.
Ah!
Ow.
That's so much less horrible than the steak, but it looks so much worse.
It looks so much worse. Ow. No, let me get out. So that all happened. So I'm sitting here. I'm completely blind. There's nothing I can do. But
there's nothing you can do about seeing.
yeah, there's nothing I can do about seeing. Obviously, I'm still a fully functioning being with powers and abilities that I can still use. They're just reduced because I can't see. But the party's like, all right, everyone else is fine. Let's keep going for a bit, and we'll figure everything else out in a little bit. We proceed forward. Still blind. I'm being led by, like, one of our other party members who's just sitting there basically being my guide dog. We proceed up. We find some freaking Minotaurs. Again, I still can't see, and we got jumped, so they got a surprise action. So I get jumped. We all get attacked. Within, like, 2 rounds, the druid who blinded me dropped. And when I say dropped, I mean died.
Yeah, I killed him.
Terran straight up killed the druid, which I won't deny. I was blinded and my bird was almost dead, so like I didn't really care. Like I kind of cared because I feel bad for the player.
In that moment, he was not necessarily as he didn't feel as bad about it as he might have at other times.
Yeah, so it's like I'm alright with that. We all decide to leave. Ooh, a used hatchet. After we take out the rest of them. By the way, my character's just the way I decided to play my character due to the fact that he was freaking blind was okay, cool. I'm a sorcerer. Here are all of my AoE spells.
I thought it was brilliant. He's like, all right, I think they're vaguely over there. Big AoE. I think you're vaguely over there. Smaller AoE. Smaller AoE. Big AoE. And it's like, that's how you do the blind thing, man.
And that's exactly what I did. I just AoE'd the crap out of everything until they were dead.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of like that. Oh, you putz. I was about to stab away all your fortitude. So we get back to town, and we need to get this dude resurrected. What we ended up doing is, for the second time in this campaign, someone has been, what is it, reincarnated?
Well, here's what makes that funny, is that it's the druid that can reincarnate, and he's the one that's dead. And so they're like, well, we don't have any other way to bring people back to life, so they start searching around, and then
Yeah, so
True
we search
story.
around. We find a druid because we can't find a cleric, and we can't find anyone else with powerful enough resurrection magic to bring him back. So we're like, "Hey, druid, can you do this?" Dad's character fights against it because apparently his character is racist, and not
That's
actually
not
racist.
accurate at all.
He has a belief that if the outside changes, then you're not the same person. And
Which is not racism. That's just like, well, he's a lizard now, so he can't be the same guy. Like that's not the same thing. He's still wrong. It's just not the same thing.
But yeah, so he didn't want to go through with it, and we were like, dude, he's a druid who has used this spell before. If anyone is going to be okay with being reincarnated, it's the druid who has cast the spell before, and he has the choice to say no in the afterlife. He can refuse it. So we finally get this dude revived. One of the best parts, in my opinion, is that we get the dude reincarnated by a halfling, and he rolled on the chart to become a halfling.
Yep. So he literally, it's like he was revived by Bilbo walked in to revive him, and he turned into Frodo. Like that's,
Yeah,
and he was,
so
I think, an elf before that. So
he was an elf.
Don't die.
No, I'm trying not to. That's why I'm trying to. Oh, come on!
Got you with his
I'm trying to
backswing.
bite him. Yeah, he did. So all that happens. He's revived. I end up spending a crap ton of money. Oh, that's right. This happened before all of that. That's right. That's why this was a Screw Isaac day.
I'm trying
'Cause
to
I
figure out. I'm
also-
like, nothing happened to you after that. I don't know why you're still telling the story.
I also, before that, spent like 3,000 gold on a scroll for a spell to find this dragon we've been hunting.
Specifically his lair.
Specifically the dragon's lair, not vampire. Somebody's been playing too much vampire. And it doesn't work. And there are literally two ways this doesn't work. And that is one very specific spell being cast or divine intervention. And I'm just so annoyed because I'm like, seriously, I spent 3,000 gold on this spell and it's not even going to work. Which is a lot of money.
The funnier part about that to me, I did feel a little bit bad, but my feeling bad was mitigated by his initial reaction. Because he looks at it as like, what god is protecting his lair? And I'm like, dude, there's another option. I just looked at it and I'm like, well, it seems unlikely that a god would be protecting him, so what's the only other feasible option? Come on. It was fun.
So there was that. And then I dropped another like 10,000 getting a wand to protect us from his stupid blind spell, because none of us wanted to deal with that, and I had enough money to cover the cost for the wand.
He also kept it.
What?
I said he also kept the wand. He's the one that carries it now.
Oh yeah, no. I spent the most money on it. It's mine.
Now, the really funny part about that particular blindness thing is there's actually a very low-level spell that cures blindness, permanent blindness, but it's only available to a character class that no one in the party is. And there was no one in town, like you said, there were no clerics available, so there's no one to cast it on him. So the party is like looking at everything they have, and the druid is like, well, there's this option, and there's a very high-level spell. Now, the low-level spell, all it does is cures blindness.
That's stupid.
It cures blindness, and it cures deafness. Like, that's all it does. But it's, of course, exactly what they need right now, but they can't get it. So looking at everything else they have, now there's a much, much higher level spell, like about the same level as that crazy sunburst thing he did. That is called regeneration, and it says specifically it restores any ruined limbs. So like if you get an arm chopped off, it will regrow it, right? And I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, I would argue that a blinded eye is ruined, so that would work and fix it. But he was prepared to fight me on it, just in case I said no. He's like, all right, now hear me out. Like, if it doesn't work, I could stab his eyes out and then cast the spell, and then by all indications it should work. And I said, I'm like, one, you're absolutely correct. By any reading of the spell, that would work. Two, real M counting them as ruined, it's okay.
Yeah, you don't need to
You
do
don't
that.
need to
It's
stab
okay.
out his eyes. But it was just funny because it was such an over-the-top solution that is also just straight up, by the way the book is written, it's like, yeah, no, that's kind of the next best option. Either this very low-level spell that no one had access to, or this very high-level spell and stab out the guy's eyes.
Yep. And it's just so funny because, yeah. So the reason I call it a Screw Isaac Day is I ended up spending a total of like 13,000 gold.
Pretty much all his money. And yes, that is a lot, if anyone's wondering.
That's just it. It was literally almost all of my money, and we got that because we had done some crazy crap on getting money before this. And so I'm sitting here becoming super poor. The thing I bought it for didn't work. My freaking familiar almost died. I was blind. My familiar was blind. And there was nothing I could do except for spend crap tons of money to fix it. And it's just like...
And for those who aren't aware, familiars in this game, if you lose them, you lose experience. So he could have potentially lost a level if that thing died.
Yep. And that would have sucked.
Yeah. So it was not a good day for him. He had a rough day.
And I know there are some of you out there who would argue, hey, what about the dude who died? Dude who died changed races. That's all that happened to him. He didn't even have to spend any money.
He lost a level.
It's true. He did lose a level.
That's the funny part is he just gained access to that spell. So I think because he died, he can't cast that crazy sunburst spell anymore.
That being said, none of us remembered that he lost a level until Taryn and I were talking about it later that night after the game.
Which didn't matter because he didn't end up doing anything that involved combat or spells or whatever that would have affected anyway. But
yeah.
But regardless, is there anything else you have to say on this matter?
No, I think that's about it for the Screw Isaac Day. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Maybe there was more, but that's all I remember at the moment. So, I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. If you want to see more of this or any other Let's Play or lore, let us know what it is you want to see in the comments down below. What, Taryn?
I was just telling you to go towards the shinies, which you did, so that was it.
Ah, okay.
Quarantine, no one cares.
And let me go around here. Thank you. And a different kind of quarantine. All right. In the meantime, everyone, this has been
True Masters and Morons
signing off. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe orb.
To see our last Let's Play, click or tap the link on the right.
For our last lore video, click the link on the left.
Thank you to all of our patrons for making these videos possible.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.